How are you doing? This is JVL Nazmara speaking from India. So far we have been speaking how to use the imperative sentences because I assume that you don't know much vocabulary, you don't know anything about English. With your limited knowledge of English and with your limited vocabulary, I assume that you start speaking in English. So far we have been dealing with the imperative sentences. Today also I would like you to know something about the imperative sentences. Okay, now have a look at the board. Imperative sentences. For example, open the door. Open the door slowly. Please open the door slowly. For example, suppose I ask you to open the door. You may understand that you have to open the door, but it doesn't tell you how you have to open the door. Example, open the door slowly. Now, you know that you have to open the door slowly, but not loudly. Suppose I ask you to please open the door slowly. You think that it is a request. So this is the way we learn language. This is the way we learn any language. In fact, we don't learn language in parts. We don't learn any language like this is a noun, this is a pronoun, this is a verb, this is an adjective, and so on. But of course, English is not our mother tongue, so we are explaining these things. If you remember the way you have learned your language, that is our language Telugu, you should know that we haven't learned anything separately. We have learned everything from our mother or from the parents or the society in which we live. Okay, but we don't have the English atmosphere here in India, especially in Andhra Pradesh, especially in our area where a very few people try to speak English. Okay, now don't worry, but I will help you to speak English fluently even though you don't know much vocabulary. Okay, now have it. Let me go, please. Let me go, please. Of course, it is also an imperative sentence, but open the door means you're asking somebody to open the door. But if you are saying, let me go out, please, you are asking somebody to allow you to go out. So it is the request. You are seeking permission here. But now let's play cricket. Here, it's a suggestion. That means you want somebody to be involved in the activity you are going to do. That means you want to go to a picture tonight, but you are asking the other fellow to accompany you some diplomatically. That's why you are saying, let's play, go to a movie or let's play cricket. Even I say, let's learn a new lesson. Okay, this is also an imperative sentence, but it is a suggestion. Okay, this is probably sometimes order, sometimes a request, sometimes it is a vague idea. Anyhow, you can understand from the utterances because of the pronunciation and intonation, you know that something is a question, something is an order, something is an request. Suppose I ask you, open the door. It sounds like a order, but if I say open the door, that means open the door, please. It sounds like a request. So the intonation changes meaning in connect speech. Okay, now look at the sentences. Now I am saying that you cannot go along with or carry on with your limited vocabulary and also using all the imperative sentences, but you have to use other types of sentences. Today, let's begin the assertive sentences because assertive sentences are used to talk about ourselves, they are used to talk about others, they are used to explain certain things. So we have to learn them carefully. Okay, now look at the board. Suppose I say I brush. You may ask me, what? I brush my teeth. Then you may ask me, when? I say at 6 a.m. You may ask me, where? At my home. For example, now read the I brush my teeth at 6 a.m. at home. Now you can say I brush my teeth at your time. For example, you may brush your teeth at 7 a.m., 7, 8 a.m. or I don't know, you may brush at 4 a.m. also. I don't know that. But generally we brush our teeth at home only. Okay. Now read, you have a look at the sentence. Subject plus verb here. I read my lessons. Okay. But you read your lessons. I read my lessons. All of us read lessons. Okay. I read my lessons from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. This is about yourself, because since you are at school, you usually learn lessons from 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Where do you read your lessons? At school. Of course, you read your lessons at home also. Okay, this is the way you have to expand your vocabulary, expand your communication skills. You don't need to wait until you get a lot of vocabulary, until you learn how to speak perfectly, until you learn to use all the sentences correctly. That day never comes if you wait for that day. You start speaking with the limited vocabulary and with limited structures you know. Anyhow, I am helping to slowly build up your vocabulary and also your structures. Now have a look at the sentence. Suppose you say, I play cricket. Then I may ask you, when you play cricket? You say, after school or in the evening. Then I may ask you, where do you play cricket? Then you say, in the playgrounds. Okay, this is the way we have to expand your vocabulary and also probably your ability to improve the structure. So this is the way we learn a language naturally. Language learning is a natural process. It should be a conscious, unconscious process. It should never be a conscious process. Please don't think that I'm learning grammar, I'm learning spoken English, I'm learning something, I'm listening to something, I'm trying to. No, language is a whole, it is a comprehensive and complex process. Unless you start using in all ways, that means you have to listen to language, or that is our target language English. You start speaking with your limited knowledge. Oh, no problem. Then you have to read books, you read whatever you find, and finally you start writing. Okay, I observe that most of my students read somewhat better. They can understand when I teach lessons, but when I ask them to speak, they are not comfortable with English because they don't have the plenty of opportunity to speak. Of course, I am providing my students to speak well in the classroom, but that is not enough. But because how many hours I will teach in the class, probably I will take 50 minutes or so in a class, where 5 minutes is used for taking attendance, 5 minutes for something else. There are hardly 30 minutes left. So in this 30 minutes, we may talk about homework, we may talk about something else. Sometimes we read the lessons, we may ask a few questions. So it doesn't help anybody to speak English. So you have to start yourself to speak English at home. That is the best way. You may ask me how you can speak without any guidance. So I'm giving you guidance. Otherwise, you can listen to podcasts, you can watch news. There are these days plenty of opportunities. You are very, very lucky. When I was a student, nobody helped me to speak English. Even my teachers used to teach English in translation method, that is in my mother tongue. So we have to depend more on the radio news or more on the dictionary. Even the dictionaries were bilingual dictionaries. These days you can find many dictionaries. There are digital dictionaries. You can, if you search on Google or internet, you can get easily the information you require. So you are very lucky to born in a computerized digital age. Okay, be happy with it, but try to learn English fluently. Try to speak it fluently. Okay, even if you make mistakes, don't worry, but thought is more important than expression. Okay. Now with this, I would like to conclude. This is JVN Nasmaharao signing off for today, but I am requesting you to subscribe to my channel if you like it. Okay, I think you are enjoying my lessons. Please don't try to subscribe to my channel. Okay.